Eyup cock. It's League One predictions time again. God, we are down tremendous. Seriously, we are down tremendously bad. I just can't get this league right. I can't do it. The Championship one I'm doing okay on, but this, I can't get it right at all. I just don't know what's wrong with me. It's throwing up shocks, like multiple of them every week. The only consistent thing in this division is Birmingham, and they just keep winning non-stop. Everything else is so up in air 24/7. So hard to predict. I mean, I'm recording this on Wednesday morning and posting this on Wednesday. So last night threw up some as well. Leyton Orient won 2-1 away at Wrexham. Wrexham have, I think that's the second home loss all season for Wrexham. Burton won away at Stevenage, which is an hard place to go. Mansfield have been on a really poor run of form anyway, but they got slapped 3-0 at home to Lincoln, who hadn't done much this year. It's all over the place. But the one thing, like I said, is that Birmingham consistently win. And the first fixture on Saturday, 12:30, is Reading versus Birmingham. To be fair, I was like half watching the Birmingham-Bradford game last night and Celtic by Munich. I was like half watching both of them. Bradford looked really good. Bradford would not look out of place in this league, I don't think, way how they're performing against Birmingham. Defensively, very solid. But Birmingham, the quality just does show every week, doesn't it? Obviously, Stansfield got stretchered off, so he might not be fit for a bit. But even regardless of not having him, they've got goals all over the place in this side, and I don't think they'll struggle against Reading, despite Reading being in decent form, to be fair. They've not lost in 4 games. Against some hard sides as well. They bet Bolton, they bet Rotherham, got a point away at Huddersfield, point against Shrewsbury an hard side at minute. But Birmingham are Birmingham. I do think Reading probably score a goal here, but I could just see it. We might just kick it off with like a comfy 2-1 bro. I'm going to say that. Next up, I mean, if this isn't like certified El Shitico, I don't know what is. This is possibly the 2 worst sides in South Yorkshire going up against each other at minute, Rotherham and Barnsley. I think Donny had beat us. I think Eversley Rec had beat us at this stage. Rotherham, 1 point in 5. Barnsley, 1 point in 6. We stink. To be honest with you, if we can't beat this Rotherham side that's full of like overpaid mings, they're all like an aging squad. They've got absolutely no resale value, majority of this Rotherham side. The only player that they had real resale value for last season were like Johansson, who left for very little because of his transfer or his release clause even, and Rathbone went for a lot less than he should have done probably to Wrexham. They've got nothing now in this side worth a penny. I don't think Rotherham will get out of this league for a long time. And then there's us, who are in exact same position. We've at least got some sellable assets, but when we do sell them, we don't spend any money. But if we can't beat these, then honestly, I'm going to start looking downwards and hoping that we can get to like 55 points ASAP, because I'm going to be in serious like danger mode of thinking that we could be in some sort of scrap if we cannot get something from this shit side. Rotherham are garbage, like terribly bad. Won't surprise me if we're like 1-0 up at half time and then end up losing, because I think at like the half-time table or something in this division, we're top, I think. We just bottle it every single second half. But because we ain't got the depth, which again stems from owners down. Rotherham are definitely going to get a goal against us because the defence are embarrassing. As best defender, he's probably on loan at Bradford, to be fair. Him and Dishavinia, only ones worth the wait. The rest of them are crap. But just because we've got done, and I'm imagining Phillips will return to side now. He missed the last game because like a birth of his child, which, you know what, we'll let you off with that one. But I'm assuming he's going to be back for this. So Phillips and Dunn had provided enough goal for it to hopefully do something. I do not think, not 1 inch of me thinks that we'll get in playoffs, but I do think we will win this game. I honestly do. We've had Rotherham's number for a long, long time. They aren't betters in league, I don't think, since like before dinosaurs were kicking about. It's been at least like 20 years since these betters in league. To be fair, we're never in league with them. Until like last 10 years, they were in pits and non-league, weren't they? Or League 2 or something for a long time. I do think we'll win. I'm going, so we'll probably not win. And it's on Sky. Oh, God. I'm going 2-1 Barnsley. If we can't win this, it's just time to... We might as well just get Bulldozer over at ground and we'll make an Aldi if we can't beat these. Blackpool and Crawley. I'm saying draw straight away. I did it with Burnley that time against Portsmouth. I didn't think. I just said draw straight away and it come in. Blackpool have drawn, I think, maybe like 8 out of the last 10 games. They haven't lost in ages. Crawley got a draw last night against Wigan. They got a draw against Wycombe. This is a draw. I'm going to say 1-1 and just swiftly move on and hope I can recoup some beans for that one. Bolton, Leyton, Orient. God, that's a game. Ooh, that's a game. But Leyton Orient are going to be high on life after the Wrexham game. Leyton Orient's form, it's just outrageous. It's seriously outrageous. They must be like, you know, like last 15-ish games, 20 games. If I'm looking at it now, you can't see this, but last 20 games, Leyton Orient is second in division. 5 points to third, 2 points off Birmingham, who are obviously top. Last 15 games, Leyton Orient have got 10 more points than third. They're on automatic chasing form for probably like the second half of this season. After about October, these have been flying. But Bolton are no mugs. Bolton are no mugs. Especially now that Schumacher's come in. Much harder to beat at home. They're scoring a lot of goals. They do concede a few as well, and I do think that'll be KC. I can see there being a lot of goals in this game. I don't know which way to get it, though. I don't actually think it'll be a draw. If anything, I'm leaning towards Leyton Orient, just based on the fact that they can obviously win in big games. They can get results in big games that matters, and this is definitely one of them. But the Bolton win away at Shrewsbury as well, plus Bolton have had midweek off, so they might be a bit more energised than Leyton Orient. But honestly, I fancy Leyton Orient here. I seriously do. They could have a late shout if they carry this on at seriously getting autos. That striker on loan from Tottenham is a great player. We could do with someone like him, imagine. I'm going to go 3 in a row. I'm going 2-1 to away side. I'm going 2-1 Leyton Orient. Big game, that. Cambridge and Stockport. Again, Stockport are probably on like definitely top 3 form for the past like 6-7 games. Surely they've won 6 out of the last 7 games with a draw away at Bristol Rovers at middle of it, beating some good sides, beating some very shit sides as well, like Barnsley. And Cambridge, after sacking Gary Monk, I don't know. I feel like the players are obviously going to be up for it, just like they always are when you sack a new manager, or when you sack a new manager even, because the new bloke that comes in, you want to impress him to make sure you get your place in. But I don't think Cambridge have got that fight, really. Like, they got absolutely slammed away at Birmingham without having, like, a sniff. Lost 1-0 home to Exeter, who, if you've got to win a game, it's that one, with form that Exeter were on. And Stockport are really good, definitely up for it. They've got a lot of know-how, especially through middle at Park. They'll not be daft with it. They'll not, like, piss about with it right back if they don't have to. They can just lump it up at top, and they've got that Alafish sprinting through. Got goals from all over pitch. I do fancy Stockport win. Probably to 0. I don't really see Cambridge as being that much of a goal threat. I think that's been the case all year. I will go with a... I think they take a scrappy one, Stockport, to be fair with you. I'll go 1-0 Stockport. So 5 games so far. I've got 4 away wins and a draw. That is changing right here, though. Charlton over to Exeter. Charlton lost to Birmingham. Get in line. And Exeter have finally turned a horrendous run of form around because they were seriously in bother again, dragged into like a bottom 4 race there. And they've won away at Cambridge, like I just said. But Charlton at home are an animal. They're an absolute beast. You do not go there and win. Barely any team has done that, and especially like since Turner year, no one's done it. Since Boxing Day, 6 wins and a draw. The draw at home to Reading. Exeter's away form, apart from Cambridge, is honking ass. Could see it being close. I don't think it'll be like an absolute battering like it has been with Exeter for something like recent weeks before the Cambridge one. That's the first clean sheet in ages. But Charlton don't do like slamming teams, so that they might get a 2-0 if that. I'll go 1-0. I'll go 1-0 Charlton. What I'm going to do for next season as well, I'm going to make a confidence-o-meter and rank them. The entire fixtures, like how confident I am, most to least. That'll be good. That'll just prove I know even less. Oh, and Leeds won't even be in it next year because I just got like guaranteed Leeds win basically every week. Huddersfield, Peterborough. Huddersfield looked really poor against us, but won. They got a really, really nice win last night against Shrewsbury. That is massive. And Peterborough, leaky bum. To be honest, Peterborough are leaky bum. They are the team to chase if you want to stay up. The 5th bottom, they will probably be in bottom 5, you would think, when season's done. After getting through a tricky spell, again, though, Huddersfield, by beating Barnsley like they did earlier in season as well. Lol, great. I think they could put a bit of a run together now. Two big wins then, Barnsley and Shrewsbury away for him. I do think Huddersfield win, but again, I don't think it'll be a massive goal-scoring one again. I like Peterborough for a goal most of the time. I'll go 2-1 Huddersfield. But it could be a close game that I just think Peterborough just haven't got it with Spinet team. Lincoln Burton. God, that's a tough one. That's a real toughie, that. Obviously, Lincoln have just won 3-0 against Mansfield. But Burton got a win away at Stevenage and all. And they've only lost 1 game out of about 8, 9, 10-ish. Burton, something like that. They've got like mid-table, bordering on top 6 form, really, for the last 10 games. And Lincoln are so inconsistent. They've only won 1 out of the last 6 home games. Oh, God. Burton away have actually put a bit of something together. They've only lost at Birmingham, which, again, get in line. And Bristol Rovers out the last, like, 12-ish away games, something like that. This could be quite tough. It could be quite a tough one to call, so I might just go for a draw straight down middle. I think Burton would definitely take a draw here, whereas Lincoln would probably try... Lincoln would need a win, really, if they want to spark any sort of playoff hopes that they've got. I mean, they're above us, but I don't think they will. I can see Burton being really hard to break down. I'm tempted with 0-0, you know. I'm really tempted with 0-0. I'm going to go 1-1. Lincoln Burton. Ooh, that's a big one. Ooh, that is a big one. Northampton and Bristol Rovers. This is 18th versus 19th. So, again, 2 of the sides that you've got to be, like, catching up to if you want to stay up. What do you even want? If you want to, like, Burton, Crawley, Shrewsbury, Cambridge, what do you want here? A draw? Maybe, like, a Bristol Rovers win? Or what? I don't know, actually. What would you want? I feel like Bristol Rovers are probably marginally harder to beat than Northampton now. They have got it together a little bit like last few weeks. This is really tough. Seriously, this is really, really tough. Bristol Rovers' away form, though, is absolutely horrendous. They've won 3 games all season. They've only got 10 points from the 16 away games. But Northampton at home aren't good. They're not exactly a good side. Oh, it's a tough one. They both lost the last game as well, but Northampton's were to Wrexham and Bristol Rovers were to Wycombe. So you're losing to top sides anyway. Against the other, like, poorer sides, like Northampton bet Mansfield away with form that they're in recently. But Bristol Rovers bet Burton, which is a massive win down there. They bet Peterborough. I feel the away form, I just can't see past the away form for Bristol Rovers. If I'm giving anybody a win, it will be Northampton. But I feel like both of them are probably like little handshake, little slimy handshake, and both take a point and try and just like get away from it together. I'll go with 1-1 here. Could see them both being happy with a draw. Shrewsbury and Stevenage. Stevenage had like playoff hopes a few weeks ago, didn't they? Now they've won none in 5. Well, they've got 1 point in 5 even. They've lost 4 of the last 5. They're only drawn to Peterborough. Shrewsbury, I've been saying it for so long. I do think they will stay up. I want to put that out there again. I do think they will stay up. But they have lost the last 2 games to Bolton and Huddersfield, both at home. But they are hard sides, very difficult sides with very good squads in comparison to what Shrewsbury have got. Stevenage defensive, very good. But the squad as a whole, in all that, I feel like Shrewsbury probably got a better forward line than Stevenage have. And I think we will see that on Saturday. If anything, I'm going to Shrewsbury win. I can't give Stevenage a win at this place, to be honest with you. And Stevenage are quite a good footballing side as well, which is weird. I can't believe I'm saying that, but Stevenage are a good footballing side in this division. Shrewsbury are not, but I think that will suit Shrewsbury as opposed to Stevenage. I will go a Shrewsbury win. I can't give them a 0, can I? When was the last time they kept a clean sheet, Shrewsbury? I will go a Shrewsbury 2-1 win here. Tough on that, though. Wycombe versus Wigan. Last one on Saturday, because then there's one on Sunday as well. Wycombe, I mean, Kone turned into chuffing Ronaldo against Barnsley, and then he's never seen again. Just gets injured for 3 games afterwards. Classic. But it was a good 2-0 win against Bristol Rovers last night. Wigan got a point against Crawley, but Wigan outwon a game in a bit now. Don't concede a lot of goals, but it's a lot of like 2-1s, 1-1s, 1-0, stuff like that. There's not a lot going on. I think that will suit Wycombe again, especially at their place. But saying that, Wigan's away form really ain't bad. It really, really ain't bad. They more often than not get a point, or at least a point away from home this season. But Wycombe aren't daft. Wycombe really, really aren't daft. They're definitely scoring, Wycombe. Regardless of how the Kone ain't playing, they're definitely getting a goal. It's just whether I think, do Wigan get one, really? They're not big scorers, are they, in this division at all? And Wycombe, I feel like they can feel like other sides breathing down the neck a little bit. Like, yeah, Wrexham dropped points and Wycombe won last night, which is massive. I think the 5 points clear now. But you've got Stockport continuously winning. Huddersfield have started picking up again. Leyton Orient are winning a lot of games. So they're not in clear yet, and I feel like the missing of Kone might affect them a little bit. But this could be humongous, this, if they win. And they know it as well, especially with Wrexham playing on Sunday. Wrexham will be watching this game because he's at the side to beat. I think they might win. I think Wycombe have got the bottle this year. I really do. And I think they will win 2-0. Wycombe. Back-to-back 2-0s. And then it ends on Sunday, live on Sky. Mansfield versus Wrexham. Mansfield's form, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses in 9 games. 1 point in 9 games, and it were 3 apiece away at Blackpool. What has happened to this side? Wrexham's form's been really good, like, in recent weeks. They've been quite iffy since, like, Christmas, haven't they? A lot of losses, which you wouldn't really expect from this side. The away form's crap anyway, but especially at home, they started losing games as well. Like, they lost away at us. They lost away at Shrewsbury. Then they got a point at home to Birmingham, lost at home to Stevenage, lost last night at home to Leyton Orient. But if this isn't an opportunity to turn it round, live on Sky in front of all you Yank fans, away at a side that's got one of the worst set of form, like, in country, it's probably world at minute after the last 9 games. This is your chance. If my Wycombe prediction's right and Wrexham see this and they see like, oh my god, we're 8 points behind, we need to win this game, or it's like getting away from you a little bit, it's getting out of your grasp. Wrexham notoriously can obviously handle the pressure. This group of players that they've had for a long time, plus the experience that they bring in constantly with like your Matty James, Fletchers, Jay Rodriguez, them type of players, they brought a lot of experience and a lot of know-how, a lot of players that have been there and done it. You would think that they can handle that sort of pressure anyway. With it being on Sky, it's like a bit of an added bonus, and it's like a multiplier on your pressure. And I think they would handle it much better than Mansfield will, especially with the pressure that they're under from a different perspective, that they keep losing games and need to start winning fast. Otherwise, from looking at players for a lot of this season, you could start looking downwards really quickly. Tell me about it. We're doing it as well. I do fancy a Wrexham win, to be honest with you. Despite their away form not being good, they have won the last 3, including one in that stupid Cup to Port Vale. I'm going to go Wrexham 1-0. Mansfield have really dried up with goals. I know they got the 3 apiece away at Blackpool, but they've dried up with goals, which you would not expect from this side. I know I'm saying this now, but I could definitely see Lee Gregory or Jordan Rhodes scoring goals against these. But I do fancy Wrexham for a 1-0 for defensive record that they've got, which is really good. And that's that. Thank you as always for watching, boys. Make sure you like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. We'll do Championship predictions tomorrow and then Premier League ones on Friday. Kiss, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.
Say I'm a man, yes, I'm a mucker. I think of me saying as a right good looker. I say up that. Show us bit it.